It's time for your daily crypto update with Framework Fortune Crypto. I'm your host Ben. Now let's dive in. So we had a little drop last night, which I kind of expected with it being 4th of July. A lot of people were going to be out grilling and partying. So that sell-off happened. People who joined me in the live stream were a little concerned about the sell-off, but it ended up holding up pretty well. Actually here on Bitcoin making a new higher low in this recent trend we have. So as long as Bitcoin holds that up, it could continue to try to climb and test this 200. Ethereum actually still looking better than Bitcoin, and this may go back a couple of weeks ago when I was talking about whether or not it's going to be Bitcoin or Ethereum. But from the chart analysis, it looks like Ethereum is probably going to start outperforming Bitcoin if we continue at the rates we are at. So Ethereum got up to that 2400 but was rejected, came back down to this nice trend line. We've confirmed it for a third time now, and we're just right below that 200-day moving average. So we're slowly climbing back up to it for another test, and this will probably be a good break above that 200. If not, it's going to dip again, and it'll probably dip to this 2,000, but that would probably be worst case scenario. For my Cardano fam out there, we are still looking very nice on Cardano, climbing up this trend line, showing pretty good strength now above all three EMAs here. Had the pullback, but trying to get back above the last EMA, that 200-day. It just needs to break 145 and then 150. That was a lot of resistance yesterday, but we did get a lot of selling out and ended up holding a very strong support area at that 140. So we're very close to re-breaking that and possibly breaking 150. That is all we are waiting on for Cardano to start really moving again, is that $1.50 break. Today's top gainer, we actually have two MLN with a big explosion. Big move here, ripping from 82 all the way up to 125. That started late last night and then just continued, and it's been consolidating. I am trying to play this because it is in this little consolidation, but it is looking weak. If it can't hold above this 104 area, I'm going to have to get out, but I'll show you right here. I'm in at 106.29. I originally got in at 106.917, and then we had this crack all the way down here below 105, so I hopped out. And then when it popped back up here to this 107 area, I let it pull back a little bit to these EMAs and got in there at that 1621, but it's still selling off. The overall pattern though on the 15-minute is this big triangle of consolidation. So it's testing the bottoms of that consolidation. See, my trend line's off a little bit there. And if it cracks, it's going to go back down to 100 or maybe below that. 100 should be pretty strong support. But with this big of a move, we could see it come back down. If it can hold this, it should come back up to 110 and test this downtrend. And then we could see a possible another leg up on MLN. The other top gainer is SNX. And this guy's just been bullish climbing since July 3rd. Actually, even before back July 2nd there. Just been on a nice steady climb, nice steady volume coming in and exploding up to 1150. Currently right now, not really anything on it where I would look to jump in. But maybe if it has a pullback down to this 50-day like it did back here and the 50 holds, we could see another move over a 2 or 3 day span. Atom. I've been talking about Atom, and I've been saying that $10 area was a beautiful area to buy Atom off of. It broke at 12 area, now it's up to 1375. Consolidating right here, looking for another break for a leg up. So I said Atom could very well get to 20 by the end of this month again. And right now this movement looks like it will. Now it is a little ways up on the 15-minute from these EMAs, so it probably will pull back. Looking at it on the 4-hour chart, the 20-day is very close to crossing over the 200-day, and this could be back full-on bullish. There's the 15 mark that's got to break through, and then after that you only got 17, and then it's wide open to 20s. MATIC still not looking great. It's in a little bit of a consolidation triangle too here on the 4-hour chart. Been making these higher lows here recently, and even started making higher highs until this one, but this could be a possible head and shoulders. You got a shoulder there, head here, and another shoulder possibly. It's trying to hold and come back up, so that head and shoulders pattern may be done, but there's just a good bit of resistance at that 115 area. But if it cracks out of the bottom of this triangle, then I would expect it to drop to $1, and if it can't hold $1, probably down to 90 cents. Ethereum Classic did kind of crack out of this triangle a little bit, at least the way I had it drawn. If I readjust it, you can kind of see it there too, like it's still there, but I'm just going to take it off because we do have the EMAs here that are holding up. The 50 day is right there, and it's actually confirmed the 200 day just here in the last little while. If it can break back over about 57, we can see it come back up and test 60, and then see that next leg up on Ethereum Classic. Seeing MLN run like it did, that was a pretty big run. We've not seen any runs really like that since the big crypto drop. So that's showing me there's some strength in at least some of these cryptos. Compound is another one that has been ripping just above all EMAs. Crossover back here and just going off. Getting held up at $500 resistance right now. Break of that 500, I mean, we could easily see it back up to 550, 576. This thing, when it starts moving, it really moves. Shiba still in this big triangle of consolidation. Failed to break out there, but still has all this EMA support. Curling back up again. Looks like it's going to try for another test. And this is what you want to see when you have these big consolidation triangles, is the stock continually testing the resistance prices, because that's buyers trying to push it up out of the triangle. If it's down here constantly testing support lines, and that seller is trying to drop it below that support line. So more than likely, if you see buying at the top of the trend line multiple times, multiple tests in a short period of time, you usually get a breakout upwards. If it's on the trend line testing, then you get a breakout downwards more than likely. Now CGLD, I actually did sell out of when it cracked this little triangle here, and I'm glad I did because it continued to drop down. So remember, keep your stop losses tight. Now it is currently pretty cheap at this 313 area with the 100 and 200 day there. If it can hold up here, we could see it break this downtrend and start popping again, because CGLD has been popping over the last week. So it's definitely one to still keep on watch, because if it breaks this, it could easily climb back up to that $5. Another one to keep an eye on is the Graph GRT. It is currently trying to cross the 200 day now with the 20 day moving average. The 50 days crossed the 100 day, and this has been getting some volume. Currently consolidating a little sideways right now at that 75 cent area. But if we get a strong break of 75 cents, we could see it back up to 90 cents and then maybe even $1. Starting to look like it may make a move up. You can see it's getting held up right across there. So that's all the coins I'm going to cover for today. The stock market will be back open tomorrow. We don't know how it's going to open. If it drops, it could affect cryptos, as we've seen in the past. So be aware of that. But you can never tell, because we don't have crystal balls. All we have is a chart with price action on it to try to show us the way, and sometimes it shows us the wrong way. So we will see what happens this week in the overall crypto market and in the stock market. Appreciate everybody joining me as always. Stay safe out there. Until next time.